What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some very interesting topics, but before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe if you enjoy daily Nintendo gaming content and also live streams. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into it, and we're starting off with some more Nintendo Switch Pro rumors. This one seems to be a home run when it comes to Nintendo revealing something in the near future, as in this year, for a Nintendo Switch revision. So here is the latest rumor on Nintendo Switch Pro. So Nvidia is reportedly stopping production of the Nintendo Switch's most important hardware this year. That is the Tegra X1 Mariko, which it's coming to the end of its lifespan. So Nvidia, the company which produces the Tegra X1 Mariko system on a chip that powers both the Nintendo Switch and the Switch Lite, is reportedly bringing production of the SoC to an end this year, fueling more speculation that a Nintendo Switch Pro or a revised Nintendo Switch, an upgraded Nintendo Switch, or something new is coming. Now the news comes from Game Reactor, which has spoken to a source close to the matter. Now the source claims that production of the Tegra X1 Mariko will end in 2021, but does not elaborate what chip will be replacing it in Nintendo's supply chain. Now, it is fair to assume that Nintendo will ensure it has a healthy stockpile of Tegra X1 Mariko chips prior to the production coming to a close. If the report is true and Nintendo thinks the Switch is only halfway through the lifespan like we've talked about here, then what happens beyond 2021? Now, of course, one thing that people are obviously saying here is that Nintendo will kind of just phase out the original model and replace it with this new Nintendo Switch model, kind of like they did with the new Nintendo 3DS to the Nintendo DS and stuff like that. So that's kind of what happened there. Nintendo has yet to officially confirm any type of Switch Pro or anything like that, but there's been a bunch of rumors. There's been a lot of smoke about different parts when it comes to like a Nintendo Switch OLED and what Nintendo's doing there, and some other sources that have came out and said, hey, this is what's going on here. So there's just like a lot of rumors with this. So my own personal thoughts is that, yeah, Nintendo would probably have to get some type of revision going for 2022 at the very least, just because at this point you're looking at a lot of different games that come out and they look so rough on the Nintendo Switch, right? And if it's only going to be halfway through the life, you're going to need something to extend it, because 4K TVs are becoming extremely common. It's very easy to get a 4K TV for a decent price. So I would think that Nintendo would probably want to have something that is able to upscale or DLSS and get a cleaner picture on the Nintendo Switch to kind of keep up just a bit and also extend the life of the Nintendo Switch further. And on top of that, I think that if the parts are cheaper and if you can get something with NVIDIA to where you can improve that and you can extend the life and make more money in the long end, why not get that done? And Nintendo has always done revisions to their systems, especially when it comes to modular or portable handheld systems as well. The Nintendo Switch is a hybrid, so it gives them the flexibility to do things like this, especially with NVIDIA and how they can make these custom SoCs that are really awesome and really good. I mean, the technology since 2015, because that's when the Tegra X1 that they're using in the Switch was developed, it's advanced so much since then. I mean, it doesn't have to be a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X or S. It doesn't have to be that. I mean, a good jump up from what they've got for a good price, the same $299, is very feasible at this point. It's very feasible, and I think that they can get it done. And I think that's what they've been doing for the past couple of years here. But those are my thoughts on this, man. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this Switch production, Tegra X1 coming to a close. We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be an interesting year. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic, we have an update on the Gaiden Master Collection physical edition. So it seems like this is going to be a Japanese or Asian only type of physical release for the Nintendo Switch, but fear not, guys. Video Game Plus, a Canadian distributor, does have a high stock allocation for this game. So if you want to get the game physical on your Nintendo Switch, I will have a link for you guys in the description below to where you can go and pre-order it. Now, this is a Canadian retailer here, but they will ship worldwide apparently. So they're gonna have quite a bit of stock of it, and they're also gonna be able to ship everywhere. So you don't have to worry about where you live and if you're in Canada or not and how the shipping's gonna work. Now, it is $70 Canadian, but at the same time, you do get 3 great games and on 1 Nintendo Switch cartridge. That's pretty cool in my opinion. You get Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, which is the best version of that game. Now, we still have to wait and see if the online multiplayer is intact for Ninja Gaiden 3. They might have said it or not. I'm not 100% at this point, but even if it's not on there, you're not missing out on anything. The multiplayer wasn't that great, but I do think that the core content in the game is really good. If you like action games with a nice slice of difficulty, then Ninja Gaiden is for you, and these 3 games will kick your butt, man. Ninja Gaiden 3 almost made me seriously break all my controllers, man. I don't even slam my controllers like that, but Ninja Gaiden 3 was a very difficult game for me. I did play it on the harder difficulty though, but still, man, it was nuts. So these 3 games are gonna test your gamer skills, but they're still a lot of fun. It's classic 3D ninja action, so to me, I think it's worth it. I'm definitely gonna pick it up. So what do you guys think about the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection? Any of you guys planning on picking this one up, either digital or getting a physical edition of the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Moving on to the next topic, Square Enix has said it is time. Let's go, baby. We've got the Square Enix Direct incoming. So this is their version of a Nintendo Direct, but they are calling it Square Enix Presents. And they're going to have a bunch of updates on their full lineup for this year and maybe even a few teases. And I do think that there's going to be some major Nintendo Switch reveals, a few here and there. So let's get into this topic, guys. So Square Enix has announced the debut of Square Enix Presents, a series of shows in which the company will announce new games, updates, and news throughout the year. The first show, Square Enix Presents Spring 2021, will premiere on March 18th at 10 a.m. PT, 1 p.m. ET on Square Enix's official YouTube and Twitch channels and run approximately 40 minutes and include the world premiere of the next game in the Life is Strange series, which features a new protagonist wielding a new power. And the show will also feature trailers, gameplay videos, and announcements of the following games: Outriders, the high-intensity RPG shooter set in the original dark and desperate sci-fi universe, coming out on April 1st. Balan Wonderworld, a AAA Knights game, no, I'm joking, which arrives on March 26th. The ongoing celebration of the 25th anniversary of Tomb Raider, and I do want to talk about that a little bit more. Marvel's Avengers, the story-driven third-person action adventure game from Crystal Dynamics. Upcoming action shooter Just Cause Mobile. Oh, we can skip that one. New mobile game announcements from the award-winning Square Enix Montreal studio. And a look at a few of the whimsical games from Square Enix's sister company, Taito. It seems like there's going to be a couple different things. Obviously, mobile's not our jam here, but I know some people are really into mobile games, so it's that. Obviously, Avengers, not so much on that one. I'm not sure how you guys feel about Outriders and stuff like that. I played the demo. I think it's all right. But for me, the big thing here is the 25th anniversary. The 25th anniversary of the Tomb Raider franchise. Square Enix Presents, man. I do think this is where we can finally get that Tomb Raider collection for the Nintendo Switch. And I personally feel that Tomb Raider, the reboot, and then Rise of the Tomb Raider, those 2 games are really good and would suit the Switch very well. So I'm hoping we get an announcement of those games that I've been teasing for like a while now. So I hope we get an announcement of those games there, or I hope it's actually real, because I mean, I've heard it's real for a while now. So we'll see if it happens. I'm excited for Square Enix Presents, though. I think this is going to be pretty good. I mean, I do feel that there might be some stuff that people don't like, right? They're going to go over Avengers. Obviously, the fans haven't reacted too highly about that. They're going to go over some mobile stuff, but I do think that we're going to get some nice announcements at this first one. Now, there's going to be more shows, so I don't expect this show to have every single thing in the world like some people are expecting. Like, don't expect that, please, because they said it's the first in a series. So they're going to continue doing these throughout the year, and there's going to be more announcements. Now, obviously, it's Chrono Trigger's 26th anniversary, so people are really excited that maybe there's something when it comes to Chrono Trigger on the Nintendo Switch, or some type of re-release or some type of remake or something. But I just feel that Square Enix probably thinks that maybe they can't touch this one. I'm not really sure. I'm not exactly sure what they're thinking, because Chrono Trigger is such like a perfect game in its own right. So if you remake it or mess with it and you mess up, people are just going to be upset, kind of like Secret of Mana and how they messed that one up with the remake. But that's because it was such a low budget remake. They did a lot better job with Trials of Mana. So we'll see what they do. I'm not going to bank on it, because I've been calling a Chrono Trigger remaster or remake for like the past decade now, since like the 16th anniversary or something. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope, and hopefully Square Enix hears the fans in terms of what we want with Chrono Trigger. But I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm definitely going to be streaming it, guys. So look out for that next week, March 18th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be streaming it right here. I'll have a pre-show for you guys. I'll probably have some giveaways for some games or something like that. So it should be pretty good. So what do you guys think about this first Square Enix Presents? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you for the next one. Peace.